So we are going local, showing love to the Minnesota music scene. We are in here with Ness Nite. What up, Ness?
What's up? Hey Jordan. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. I have been watching your career and favoriting your tweets for a few years now. I try to watch from afar. I love the Nighttime EP. That was great. And then Dream Girl was that this year already?
It came out in March. It only came out 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, music, it moves so fast.
Yeah, it feels like it was a while ago.
Yeah, how's it been since the release?
Awesome. Like I've just been like playing shows and working on new stuff, and it's crazy because it feels so like old to me. Like, you know, it was done however long ago, and then I know these songs, and it's like still weird whenever I play a show like somewhere else and it's like brand new to the people I'm playing for. So that's pretty cool.
How long was the album recording process?
I think we made everything probably in like a year and a half, I think.
So you've been sitting on these songs for a long time.
Yeah. Working on it for a while. Mm-hmm.
And now the world's only heard them for 3 months, because I've had these on my playlist. So every week I make my girlfriend a playlist, and she loves you. She loves like you, Sophia Eris, and like Gorillas.
Sophia Eris, yeah.
I know. So that's so. How does it when you're performing these songs? Is it kind of? Do you feel kind of maybe not detached is the right word, but is it hard to bring that intensity when you've known these songs for so long?
I always think it's gonna be like that because when I'm rehearsing, I kind of feel like that to a certain point.
Yeah.
But once I get on stage and like there's like the adrenaline and like anxiety or whatever, it all comes together and is like turns into like excitement. I'm like, oh yeah, like I made these songs and like people want to see me do well. People want to hear something awesome. It's like that's what I'm coming here to do. So it's like, I don't know. I always feel excited once I'm on stage and like in front of people.
Cool. So you feed off that energy.
Yeah, yeah.
So I regrettably have never seen you live, and you moved out to L.A.
New York.
I knew that. I knew that, but then POW, right? Or is it like...
I was in LA for a couple days.
Okay.
But I'm here.
Okay. So you moved up to New York. So then you're, like you did a couple shows here, but now I work at night, so I can never see you. But I read online, and I've heard about your shows. I've seen snaps and Instagrams of it. I feel like a stalker saying all this stuff. But like you put on a pretty immersive experience. Like you're very hands-on with your vision. So what's like your goal with the live show besides to put on a great experience?
I just want people to be, I'm not so much concerned with, you know, like, even though the music I listen to like a lot of rap music and stuff too, and like a lot of rap shows, like I feel like people are really concerned with getting people to like jump or do whatever, you know, like I just want people, I'd rather have people be willing to accept what's happened. You know what I mean? Like, I like seeing people realize, something new like at my shows, because it goes from like people kind of being like, oh, this is different, you know, to like towards the end of my set everyone's like, yeah, like they start to like understand like my style and stuff, which is it's cool to see, like, and I like it.
I noticed this at sound set. It's like the 1 2 1 2 3 4, like the 128 BPM, like the halftime bounce, whereas you're kind of putting in. Have you seen the movie Creed?
No.
Okay, so it's like the Rocky spinoff with Michael B. I almost said Montel Jordan, Michael B. Jordan, and he's like his love interest is a musician, and she puts on a very similar, pretty similar music to yours, actually, very dreamy and immersive. It kind of reminded me of that. So kind of going away from like let's just jump around to actually feel this, live this music.
Yeah.
So the EP, or no LP, that's your debut album, right? Dream Girl.
Yeah, it is.
Buy Dream Girl. Stream it. Is there vinyl? Is there a cassette?
Vinyl on Bandcamp / Ness Nite. There's vinyls. It's awesome. Canary yellow.
Canary yellow?
Yeah.
Mustard yellow, like my pants.
Yellow. I told you I like them.
Thank you so much. I was getting roasted in the office. It was a disaster. All right. So, what was your thesis statement with your album, with Dream Girl? What was your objective of what did you want to convey in that album?
Kind of like with Nighttime, like I named it Nighttime, but it wasn't really about the nighttime, and like Dream Girl isn't really like I'm your dream girl. Like that's not what I'm saying. It's more like I feel lucky to be able to do the things that I can do today as a woman. You know, like I can speak my mind a lot more freely and feel a lot more confident in what I say, and like expressing my gender, like my sexuality in whatever type of way I want to. Like I just feel like, wow, there's so many women like before me probably didn't even know that they wanted to be able to do this. You know what I mean? Because like this, I don't know, it was just like a respect towards like people that have come before me, and like I'm grateful that I get to express myself the way that I can, basically. It's like, so I'm a dream girl of, I say in one of my songs, like, I do it for my mama's mama's mama, I do it for my daughter's daughter's daughter. Like, it's like, this is for, you know, like, it's for people that came before and for people that come after. Like, it's, I don't know. I'm happy to be where I am.
I love that. So it's like, you're like the live your dreams girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's such an important message. I don't mean like get preacher like male ally on it, you know, like that's super real.
Yeah.
That's I like there was that with the song about Instagram, Rose Colored Woman.
Watercolor Rose.
Whoa, dang it. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. That's another good title.
There's a Paramore song called Rose Colored Boy.
It's okay.
Shoot.
No, it's okay. I'll have to make a song called
maybe collab with Paramore at some point.
That would be awesome.
Their new album's like very 80s synth, you know.
I really liked it. I didn't even know they put out an album for the longest time until I was looking for new music to listen to, and I was like, what? There's a Paramore album that came out and I missed. So I was like,
oh, what a nice surprise.
This is awesome. Yeah.
That's great. So I think that's really cool way to flip social media, and it goes back to the thesis statement of the album.
Yeah, it's like that song in particular is just like, I can do what I want, like, you know, expressing myself how I want to on social media. Like, I don't need to hear, you know, anyone's opinion about it. Like, this is how I'm existing, and I get to do it however I want to. Like, that's what that song's like about. Straight up.
So, your genre, the album on my streaming services, I'm not going to say what streaming service it is because the radio is the end all be all, obviously. But it says pop.
Mm-hmm.
What are you?
I don't know. Like, in the most non-egotistical way, I feel like I'm the future of music in the sense that, like,
I love that. I love that.
Like, you know, I mean, in the sense where, like, we're not bound to, like, oh, I'm hip hop or I'm pop, because it's like I can truly exist in, like, both areas, you know. But, like, people will always ask me that, you know, what genre, like, what kind of music do you make? And it's like, I'm hoping to just put out music, like, for a long time, just have music grow with that. Like, I'm not the only artist that makes music that can go, you know, between multiple genres. So I think that it's like I'm part of a generation that's, like, making music that's the future. Like, we're trying to break out of the whole genre thing. So
I was talking to Dessa, I think around when your album dropped, and she said genre doesn't exist. Genre only existed to tell record stores where to put certain albums. Have you met Dessa before?
Yeah.
She's like, she is a ray of sunshine. Man, that was, yeah. So watch that interview if you want to. Please watch my Dessa interview. Clicks would be great. So let's get into playing some. Well, no, hold up. I learned something about you. You went to St. Thomas.
I
temporarily.
Did. I went for a year and a half.
Okay.
And I don't regret not continuing.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. What years? College isn't for everyone. I hate that lie that society tells people, because it's like, go to college, get yourself in debt. Like, that's what I did. And it's like, do I need this crippling debt? And I feel like it kind of shoehorns you into following something at 18. I know what I was doing at 18. And you kind of like pick this major, and then that's going to be your field. You know?
I think for me is like I did know what I was doing at 18, and I knew that school wasn't a part of it. So I think that's why, like, I went and I was like, I tried to do it, like I did like a music business program or whatever, and I was just like, I feel like what I need personally is to, like, just go out and try to actually pursue my career, because I think for a while it's kind of like, oh, like, it's super possible that music, like, being an artist won't work out, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like it's more likely that it won't work out than to work out. So I was like, I should probably have a backup, you know, like, I can manage people, or I can do it, be an A&R, or like whatever they tell you that the jobs are in the industry. And I was just like, I really just want to be an artist, like, if I'm being completely honest. So I was just like, just gonna focus on this.
Yeah, I feel like in that respect, I went through a similar thing where it's like your plan B becomes the plan A without even trying plan A. So my plan A was to be a producer, and it didn't work out. It was very bad. But so hey, then it'll be on the radio. But when'd you go to St. Thomas?
2014 to 2016, like fall 2014 to like winter 2015, 2016.
Okay, so the reason why I bring that up, because I went to Bethel, so we're like, and I graduated in 2015, so we're like rivals.
Oh, okay.
But screw it.
You graduated there in 2015?
I graduated in 2015.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of were like
I didn't even know that.
yeah, we're like, kind of like academic cousins or something. But apparently there's a big rivalry for football. I didn't go to any of the football games, so
I didn't either.
yeah. You played basketball, didn't you? I read that in
I did, but not in college.
Yeah. Wait, so and then last thing about before we get into the Tourette's end, your album was executive produced by Alex Toomey.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So for those who don't know who Alex Toomey is, he's an incredible hip hop producer. He's engineer.
He's an engineer
and producer and DJ. He's worked with like Young Thug a lot and T.I., Gucci.
Everybody. Animal Collective.
Yeah, how'd you two meet up?
He just read something that like POW posted, I think, about my music and followed me on Twitter and started talking to me on Twitter and was like, if you ever have any more music, like send it to me. I want to check it out. Like, and then I ended up moving there like a couple weeks later or like a month later maybe. And we just ended up hanging out and he wanted to work on my music with me, which was awesome. So it was just like,
that's great.
It's been cool. Like he's like one of my best friends.
That's awesome. That's just, see, that's what you learn at St. Thomas Music Business, the connections, right?
Exactly.
All right, so let's listen to some of your music back to back. We were emailing about this because we were emailing. I feel like this is like 2001. We were emailing. We're on our Blackberries playing. Yeah, but we were talking about what I was gonna make a Brick Breaker joke, but I thought it was gonna be too dated. You remember that game, Brick Breaker?
No.
What? It was like when you had like like a cannon that would shoot like a ball and would break the bricks.
Oh yeah.
It's a classic.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know what it was called, but I definitely know what that is.
It's a banger of a game. So we were talking about you. Span so many genres. Like you remind me a lot of not to pigeonhole you, like the artist Banks. Like there's hip hop influence, and there's pop and it's nocturnal and it goes all over the place. We're trying to think like what songs to play, what clean versions you should send me.
Yeah.
And I want to do Tightrope and Running if that's cool with you. I think those would be the two most alternative, because like we talked about, genre doesn't really matter, but I think the most alternative. So let's start with Tightrope on if you'll allow me to go back to back with their music, we can play it. Yes. So tell me about Tightrope. Where did this song come from? What's it about, and how did it come to be?
Generally it's about I don't know. The tightrope part is very like visual for me. Like it's like I really do feel like most of the time I'm walking on a tightrope in the sense that like, you know, I'm trying to stay up, trying to keep myself balanced, not trying to worry about what's over here, like what's anywhere else. Like it's literally really like, and I'm talking to a specific person in the song too. So it was more like how relationships, you know, friendships, whatever will, you know, affect that. And like, sometimes it's better to, you know, move on from that, or, you know, just cause you got to keep your balance, you know.
On a tightrope.
Exactly.
All right.
So.
All right, I'm with it. Going local with Ness Nite. It's Tightrope on Go 96.3. All right, that's Ness Nite going local. That was Tightrope off of her debut album, Dream Girl. I almost said the Paramore album again because you're talking about the Paramore album. I love the sound of it. I like how I was telling you off the air about how all your interviews you talk about like the nocturnal vibe and like you make nighttime music, and that's a perfect way to sum it up. I like how I'm interviewing you on like a rainy day. It kind of fits the vibe. All right, so moving on to the second song, I picked out "Running." This was my favorite song. Yeah, I think. There's like it's in my top 3. I could not narrow down my favorite. It's in my top 3. So tell me about "Running." The same thing. Where did this song come from and how did it come to be?
Okay, so originally my girlfriend was going to move to New York, and I was not planning on moving at the time. So that song is really about like, dang, I'm so in love with this person, like, and they're about to move across the country, and basically that's what that song's about. Like we have to go our own way if that's the case. Like if we have to, then we do, but it ended up not having to be that way, so, which is tight, but
I'm with it.
That's what it was about. So.
All right, cool. So we're going local with Ness Nite. It's Running on Go 96.3. All right, that's Ness Nite with Running on the 2 at 10. Ness, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Even though you're out there doing big things on the national level, we got to show love to our own.
Absolutely.
Of course. So where can people find you on social media, the band camps, all that? How do we find you and buy your music?
At Ness Nite on any social media, Bandcamp/Ness Nite, and then on your preferred streaming service or on the radio.
There you go. At Ness Nite as well.
Oh, and also it's Ness Nite, Nite, not
Yes.
Night.
Yes.
So.
Critical, or not Knighght.
Or yeah, Nite. So
Boom.
boom.
Ness, thank you.